We talked about it yesterday. How the lack of offense, and yes, the walk-off yesterday afternoon was very fun at Rogers Center. Ernie Clement celebrating, everyone jacked up on a giveaway day. It's always fun to watch, but you have to have the bigger perspective as well. And I talked about it yesterday, how, look, when you're scoring 2 runs on however many hits they had yesterday against an offense and a team like this in the Detroit Tigers, you're not going to win many games that way. That offense, and I reamed off their team stats, they are one of the better offenses in baseball. So you had to come to play today with Jose Barrios on the hill and Jackson Jobe getting the start for Detroit. And Jose Barrios allowed a 2-run double, 2-out 2-run double in the first inning to Spencer Torkelson. And you're down 2-0. But then you go to the bottom half of the first, right? And my goodness, the unlucky nature of the Blue Jays in this inning, right? You get the first 2 guys on base. Vladdy and Bo get singles. Then Varsho drives one to the opposite field wall. Akil Baddoo jumps at the wall, full stretch, makes an incredible catch at the wall for the first out. That hits a gap, that goes off the wall. 1 run comes in for sure. You probably have guys at second and third with still nobody out. But instead, that happens. Then, was it Santander next? It's Kirky next. And he hits a line drive right at Baddoo. And he has to lay out to make a great play. Bo Bichette off too far, gets run at second base, and the inning is over. 2 incredible plays from Akil Baddoo silenced the Jays in that inning. And you look at how the rest of the game turned out. That was a very important inning. Bottom of the 4th inning, the Blue Jays do start to get to Jackson Jobe, though. As starts with a Vladdy walk, and Dalton Varsho hits a double, scoring Vladdy at third now. So you have guys at second and third with nobody out. Kirky singles to left field. Vladdy comes in to score. Runners in the corners now with nobody out still. You can keep this thing moving. Tying runs 90 feet away. The go-ahead run is at first base. Santander strikes out. Barger pops out in the infield. Ernie Clement gets a 2-out single, scoring Varsho, so at least you tied the game. And then Nathan Lucas gets out. But you've tied the game, however, just the inability to get that big punch. You couldn't get it done. Right, because then in the top of the 7th inning, Spencer Torkelson, it's an RBI single scoring Labor Torres. And that's all she wrote. You lose 3-2. 2 runs on 7 hits. It's not good enough. They had 3 runs on 11. Look, you held a really good offense in check for 2 games. And even the first game, you only allowed 5 runs. It's not like they scored double digits on you. You did a fine job. But the inability for this team to get the big hit is a problem. You know, we talked about it a little while ago. Oh, the offense has turned it around for the Blue Jays. But we all didn't feel like it was legit, right? They scored that 9 runs against the Rays, and we're like, whoa, okay, they lost that game. They scored 9 before that, 6 before that, 6 before that, 8 before that, and we're like, oh, they're so back. Since that 11-9 loss to the Tampa Bay Rays, where they had the lead in the 9th inning, Jeff Hoffman blew it, and the Jays had a fake comeback and didn't win. This is the run totals they've scored since then. 3, 3, 4, 2, and 2. We're right back to this again. You know why? A few reasons. One, your offense just isn't good enough. Like, it's just flat out not good enough. And also, let's be honest, Anthony Santander is having a pathetic start to the season. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts again today. He's hitting a .182 with a .264 on base, and going into play today at a .586 OPS. It's no good. 5 homers, 5 doubles. It's not good enough. You paid him a bunch. He's your middle of the order bat, and he's done nothing for you. He had one big hit for this team this season. Otherwise, it's been kind of a liability there at the DH spot. And, I mean, you didn't really get much of anything else from anybody, right? Bo had a hit. It was in the first inning. Vladdy had 1 hit in the first inning. Scored a run because he walked twice, and Bo walked once. Fine. Varsho 1 for 4. Boy, he should have had 2 hits, but a great play by Baddoo at the wall. But he had a double and scored a run. Kirky, 2 hits. Drove in another run. He stays red hot. What else we got? Nothing. So what else is there? Santander 0 for Barger 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Ernie Clement 1 for 4 had the 2-out RBI single. Nathan Lucas 0 for 3 with a walk. Clase went 1 for 3. Springer had 1 at bat, struck out. 7 hits, 10 strikeouts, walked 4 times for the Blue Jays. It's not very good. And what was the talking point that we've had through the stretch of them not scoring runs before? Well, when you're not scoring runs, and yes, you're winning ball games, you're having to use everybody in the bullpen. Look at yesterday as a prime example. Yes, you came back and won that game 2-1, which was awesome. Look at the pitchers you had to use. You had to use Lauer, fine. Rodriguez, fine. Then you had to use Little, Green, Garcia, and Hoffman just to win 2-1. You know, and you look at a game like today where it was 2-2, and look at the pitchers you had to use today. Right? You had Barrios, fine. Mason Fluharty, okay. But then you use Braden Fisher, a guy who's just made his big league debut, a week ago? In a big spot with 2 on and 2 out. And he allowed the hit to Spencer Torkelson. Stinks. Jimmy Garcia had a clean inning in the top half of the ninth inning, fine, but you were trailing at that point. And you used Jimmy Garcia in a game you were trailing. It's sad. Jose Barrios wasn't sharp early on. Did settle in, though. 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, walked 1. Again, against a lineup that is that good. He was able to weather the storm early. I think in the second inning, they had 2 on and nobody out as well. Stranded all of that. Mason Fluharty, 2/3 of an inning. Allowed a hit and a walk and a run scored, but the one was an infield single, a walk, and then Braden Fisher in his inning in the third allowed 2 hits, which was the run charged to Fluharty. 2 hits and got a strikeout. Technically didn't allow an earned run for himself, but it is what it is. And Jimmy Garcia, like I said, had a clean inning and walked a guy. In the end, it's the offense. And we've talked about it all season long, and it continues. And it's very unfortunate today. You know why? Rays lost to the Marlins. Orioles lost to the Nationals. Red Sox lost to the Braves. You had a chance to gain a game on these guys, get back to 500, jump the Red Sox again for the second place in the American League East, and you just couldn't do it. It's sad, man. It really is. Monday's the off day. Before Tuesday, you welcome in another very good team in the San Diego Padres. 7:07 first pitch there. Dylan Cease and Chris Bassett is a pitching matchup in Game 1. Randy Vasquez versus Kevin Gausman in Game 2 at 7:07 on Wednesday. And then Thursday is Bowden Francis for the Blue Jays. We're going up against Steven Kolick, who's been fantastic for them in the 19 and the third innings pitch. Has it been like a bullpen day for him? Like, what's his deal? No, 5 innings. He actually wasn't good at all in his last start. His first 2 starts, though, he went 5 1/3 of 4-hit ball against the Pirates, and then a complete game against the Rockies. 5 hits, couple walks, and 7 punch-outs, and then Seattle, he was no good. So, not sure what you're going to get there from him, but Bowden Francis, you have no clue what you're getting there. And that's a 107 on Thursday. All right? Find a way to win a series. It's going to be tough, though, because the offense isn't very good. All right? So, you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game today, hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Blue Jays, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and, of course, TikTok is down below. So, follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tonight. Game 7, Leafs-Panthers, with a chance to go to the conference finals. Paul Maurice, I think, is 4-0 in his Game 7s. We all know the Leafs record in Game 7s. These guys can cement the legacy tonight. Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares, Morgan Riley, the guys who have been through it all with this organization. You win this game tonight, perspective in this city from this fan base changes like that. You lose, everything's on the table. We'll see how it goes. 7:30 puck drop tonight at Scotiabank Arena for Game 7. We need that place bumping, all right? And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, we talked about it. They started a series against the Padres on Tuesday night at 7:07 at Rogers Center. Dylan Cease and Chris Bassett is the pitching matchup in Game 1. As the boys look to get back in the win column and, hell, show a pulse offensively. Like, that's kind of what it is, what we're looking for, all right? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And not really this game today. Talk to you guys then.